On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Houston Texans. From NRG Stadium in Houston. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Lawrence will throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Open man, it's Hunter. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
Easy, read a foot. Hey, go. Silver.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Hey, easy. Route. Hey, tomato.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up first and 10 at the 40.
Hey, what up, Tony?
Throwing now is Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. Here's second and 10.
How's 118. What's that?
Stroud. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. A tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Brings up 3rd down.
Wait.
Play action. Stroud now. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
For the Texans.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at the defense for these Texans. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the first drive, 3-and-out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Now a toss here, short side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. The Texans at 9-1 on the year. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
And partner, to me, this is a team that no matter what the matchup, they're up for the fight. They're really suited for the postseason the way they're playing right now. And I would not want to face them come playoff time.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 8.
All right. 118. What's that? Look the hot. Look the hot.
And Stroud now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. And they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Temple. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Hey, 11.
Now Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Now Lawrence to throw. That is caught by Hunter. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Think right. Here we go.
Now a give, right side. Temple looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this one is right through. And And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They got 29 yards that time.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Now Stroud. He finds his man, complete. It's Sharp. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. The extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Texans 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally.
He tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Intercepted.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go, let's go. Hey, South, 18. What's up? We speed left, speed left. Hey, Uno Mars, Uno Mars, Uno Mars, Uno Mars, Uno Mars. Uno Mars, Uno Mars, Uno Mars.
Stroud looking to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
18. What's up?
Stroud to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nico Collins, 29 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Jaguars 10.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
You can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Lawrence. That's to the left side, taken in by Hunter. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter, 63 yards. And the Jaguars are able to move back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14.
17. Texans 14. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you hit a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going?
Under. Hey! Go. Hey!
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
35-yard line.
Look at hot.
Stroud working out of the gun. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
18. Robin.
Here's Stroud. To the right side and intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Out, what's that? Hot. 118. What's that? Down. What's the bet? With speed left.
Looking to throw. Stroud. He's across midfield. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Rip, 23. Son. Hey, I'm done. Hey, chill. 11. Go, let's go. 13, Luke.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the shotgun, Lawrence. They'll get this out to Tootin. Finding space at the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run. This is Bashir Tootin.
He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Here we go.
Lawrence.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Texans 21. Kickoff for the Jaguars.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
At the 46-yard line.
118. What's up? Hey, south.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
We'll let this go deep for Collins.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Texans get a late score here, the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Jaguars 31, Texans 28.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey, Lion.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Hey, go.
Here's Lawrence.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, Don.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jags would extend their lead here just before halftime.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
38. Texans 28. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 6. And it's
on third down. Temple. Well, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
51 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. They run the counter. Temple. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
back at the 45-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lawrence. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the Texans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone, possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
To the left side, finds his receiver, Noel.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
2nd and 6.
2nd down and 6 now.
3-yard line.
All right. 118. What's up?
Back to throw. Stroud.
Down the field, he's got Noel. Now inside the 25.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Jalen Noel.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Texans are back within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal.
Jaguars 38, Texans 35.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
With that last completion, CDs now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Here we go. 18. What's that? Movement.
He'll try again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Texans have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
All right. Swap. Another swap. Eleven. Hey, south.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Speed left.
Stroud.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Brings up 3rd down.
Stroud looking to change the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Over the middle, complete. That's Thomas. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the first catch there, I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on 1st down. Temple. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Rip, 23.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Lawrence will throw.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Kyle Pitts.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jaguars have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
It's quite the run. And he'll get into the end zone, so that pushes the lead up to 4.
Texans 42. For the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Why Tony?
Throwing now is Stroud.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Second and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
All right. 18. Outside.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And he's got his man on the out route. The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Hey, uno.
And Stroud now to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Jaguars are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Texans 42. Cam Little with kickoff for the Jaguars.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Look the hot, look the hot.
Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
At the 27-yard line.
Buggy.
Stroud out of the gun here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
18, what's that? Look the hot. Hey, uno. 19 Texas. Hey, uno more.
Now Stroud. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Brings up 4th down.
Why Tony? Hey, south. Buggy.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Go. On the red. Run, this side. Hurt. Go street.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Jaguars.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, Temple. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Now Lawrence.
He's got his man in stride, complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
2 yards to go, second down.
White, Tony. 118. What's that?
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sharp. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Jaguar pressure and Jaguar sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
At the 32-yard line.
Stroud working out of the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
At the 44-yard line.
Oh, ready? Tony.
Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. They go play action here on first down. This one left side caught by Collins. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That's another first down. 1st and 10.
Play action. Stroud now. Over the middle, complete. It's Sharp. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Stroud will look to throw once more. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Stroud to throw it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. 40 yards.
And the Jaguars have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Now the try here for the point after. And that one makes this a 19-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Under.
Here's Stroud. Past the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
All right. Why, Tony? 18. What's that?
Stroud looking to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
All right. Tony.
Stroud to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Luke Musgrave there to make the grab. And the Texans get a bit closer. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it.
Recovered by Jacksonville.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And under